President of the Republic of Liberia, Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her accompanying delegation took part in the Third Africa-Arab Summit on November the 19th and 20th. The President held talks with a host of Kuwaiti officials discussing bilateral ties and Kuwait's contribution to the African continent. Sarah Farris Group has this report from Bayan Palace.
Republic of Liberia, Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf joined fellow heads of state and government for the Third Africa-Arab Summit in Kuwait under the theme Partners in Development and Investment.
The summit does provide an opportunity for all the participating countries to re-emphasize and reiterate their commitment to shared values and shared goals. It presents an opportunity for the types of not only statements that are made in the plenaries, but for the bilateral meetings that are held in the margins of the summit that enable one again to reactivate or to expand bilateral relationships that are important for sustainable development. I think all summits, even though they represent us having an opportunity to present our views, also represent a good opportunity for the exchange of experiences, to share in the richness of other people's development processes, their successes, their failures, how we learn from those, and how we can then go back home and try to revise and expand upon our own development agenda, how we can promote regional integration, how we can promote trade among our countries, which are not at the level because we still have historical trading arrangements, but how do we break those and begin to trade among ourselves? And so I'm always an optimist that the summits provide good opportunities that enable us to enhance our effort to achieve our goals.
President Sirleaf and her accompanying delegation, which included the representative foreign minister and the ambassadors to Kuwait and the African Union, were received upon arrival to the country by His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah and other senior ranking officials. Talks were then held between both sides on ways of boosting bilateral relations.
Well, for the most part, Africa still remains food insecure. And I think this is why the emphasis at this summit is to put some emphasis on agriculture, on food security, on women. Today our population is young and many of them unemployed. How do we try to channel many of our young people into these areas? This summit has built upon the meeting in Cairo that talked about the importance of agriculture and food security. That's where women play a major role in Africa. Women today are indeed the farmers, the marketeers, those that play a large part in ensuring food sufficiency. Market women in our country and in West Africa are the most resilient. They remain, to a large extent, in the informal sector, but I think meetings that focus on agriculture and food security must realize that we must do more to give women the access to the factors of production, credit, land, technology. This summit, where we have talked about this, will enable all of us to go back home and to look at our policies and see how we can be more informed in ensuring that those policies work for our women.
The Liberian president and members of her delegation also held brief meetings with African and Arab officials attending the summit and signed dozens of bilateral agreements. President of the Republic of Liberia, heading her country's delegation, attended the Third Africa-Arab Summit with a specific agenda in mind. She also took the opportunity to promote her country's investment opportunities in the fields of trade, infrastructure, education, and health. From Bayan Palace, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for English News.